here we go with page 3. So, triangle QRS. Is an equilateral triangle. So it means all 3 sides are congruent and all 3 angles are also congruent. If QR is 17 more than twice x, so QR is 17 more than twice x. More than is an addition word. Okay, and then RS is 19 less than 6 times x. Okay, and that was what? RS. 19 less than 6 times s. Now less than is a subtraction word. That's 19, not 17. Okay, and then QS is 1 less than 4 times s. So 4 times s, x, not s, minus 1. Find x and the measure of each side. So everything is congruent here. Everything. So just pick 2 and go for it. I'm going to use 4x minus 1. And it's going to equal 2x plus 17. Subtract that 2x from both sides, and you get 2x minus 1 is equal to 17. Add 1 to both sides, and you get 2x is 18. Divide to get x is 9. So we know x is equal to 9. Now, plug in. Everything should be the same. So on the first one, QR, that'll be 2 times 9 plus 17, or 18 plus 17, which is 35. And again, that's QR. Now the next one, RS, will be 6 times 9 minus 19, or 54 minus 19. That is also going to give us 35, and it should, it's supposed to, it has to, because it's equilateral. And then QS is 4x minus 1. So 4 times x minus 1, 35. All right, kiddos. Let's see what we've got now. We've got triangle JKL. It tells us JK is congruent to JL. Alright, so if these 2 sides are congruent, then the base angles, which are the angles opposite the congruent side, they're also congruent. So we know that angle K and angle L are congruent. We've got angle J, K, and L. Find x and the measure of each angle. Well, K and L are congruent to each other. So let's take angle K, which is 4x minus 1, and set it equal to angle L, which is 9x minus 31. So I'm going to move the 4. And that's going to give me 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 9 minus 4 is 5. Add 31 to both sides, and we'll get 30 is equal to 5x, so x is equal to 6, okay? So x is 6. So when we plug in, if we plug in for J, we'll have, this is the measure of angle J, 23 times x minus 4. So the measure of angle J is 134 degrees. Okay, now let's do K. K is 4 times x minus 1, or 24 minus 1, which is 23 degrees. So K is 23 degrees. Now let's do L, which better be 23 degrees too. So the measure of angle L oh 6 not 4, sorry. So 6 times 9 is 54 minus 31. 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Also 23 degrees. So see how K and L are the same? Again, because they have to be. Okay. Number 18, write 3 valid congruency statements given the triangles below. Well, if we do 1 switch mark to 2 to 3, we can say triangle QPR is congruent to triangle. If we did 1, 2, 3 here, we've got to do 1, 2, 3 here. So that would be TUS. Okay, so I did 1, 2, 3. Now let's do 2, 3, 1. So PRQ. So triangle PRQ. Now remember, I did 2, 3, 1. So I've got to do 2, 3, 1. UST. Okay, now let's do 3, 1, 2. RQP. Okay, and remember I did 3, 1, 2. So 3, 1, 2. STU. Okay, and that's your 3 statements. And that's not the only 3 that you could have done. There's more. You could mix them all up, whatever you want to do. But that's just 3 options. All right, number 19. We have our congruency statement right here. I've got KL, that's first to last. So over here I'll have A to M. AC is first and second. So over here is KP, first and second. PL is second and third. So I'm going to go over here to second and third and do CM. Angle P in the middle goes with angle C in the middle. Angle K in the front goes with angle A in the front. Angle M in the back goes with angle L in the back. On this one, here's my congruency statement. So I have JI. Okay, so looking at JI, it goes with XY. So XY is 16 meters, so JI is 16 meters. JH, which is here to here, goes with XW. So JH goes with XW, which is 15. So that's going to be 15 meters. Angle W goes with angle H. So angle W and angle H. Angle H is 37. So angle W is 37. Angle J, middle, goes with X. X is 114. So J is 114. I goes with Y. We don't have either one of those, but we do have the other two. So we can add 114 and 37 and then subtract it from 180 and get 29 degrees for Y and I. And that's our measurement: 16 meters, 15 meters, 37 degrees, 114 degrees, and 29 degrees. What are the methods to prove triangles congruent? Now this is triangles, not their parts. Okay, we can use side, side, side. We can use side, angle, side. We can use angle, side, angle. We can use angle, angle, side. And we can use hypotenuse leg. And this will only work for a right triangle. So on 22, let's determine if the triangles below are congruent, and if they can, let's state which methods we can use. Okay, so looking at the congruency marks here, I've got one pair of angles, one pair of sides, and another pair of angles. Notice how the side is in between the two angle measurements. So this is going to be angle, side, angle. So this is yes, they are congruent by angle, side, angle. Now on B, I've got congruent sides and congruent sides. Now the diagonal is going to be our third congruent side by the reflexive property. So we can say that these two are also congruent by side, side, side. So we have 3 sets of congruent sides. On C, I can use vertical angles to say that this angle is congruent to this one. Okay, but that's the only thing that I can do. We do not have a side-side angle, so this is no. These two are not congruent. And then for D, when we see those right angles, let's see if we can use hypotenuse leg. So across from the right angle, remember, is the hypotenuse, and both of those have one congruency mark, and then the leg has two congruency marks. So these two are congruent by hypotenuse leg.